So Cyberpunk 2077. Good game. I never beat the game, but it was fun while I played it. Might have to get back into it. Nevertheless, we have the Cyber Armorer gun pack. It is an expansion pack for the Timeless and Classics Zero gun mod, and it adds a lot of new guns, and honestly, these are fire. Since I'm not a crazy Cyberpunk enthusiast, I don't know if every single one of these guns are exactly from Cyberpunk, but I know there's a great handful of guns in here that are directly from Cyberpunk. For example, we have Guts, as well as the Archangel. So if you're a big Cyberpunk fan, you're gonna find a lot of guns that are probably very familiar to you. Now, of course, thanks to the Timeless and Classics Zero animations and everything, it's just so clean, it's not even funny. These guns are amazing. Straight off the bat, I will tell you, it is possible to craft these guns in survival. It's gonna take a lot of work to craft them though, so just make a note of that. In fact, most of these guns can only be made when in mid to late game. Though crafting these guns doesn't require expensive resources, it does require a large quantity of resources. You can craft these cyberpunk weapons using the weapons processing station, and here you'll be able to craft your bullets, the guns themselves, the attachments, pretty much everything. Okay, so as for the guns themselves, there are many different kinds of pistols. There are snipers, there's shotguns, SMGs, assault rifles, and heavy weapons. But there's no machine guns. GG's to the machine gun lovers. There's 13 pistols to be exact, and they all do different things. Some are similar to others, but there's a nice variety. There are a few smart pistols, which allow you to shoot enemies without even aiming at them as long as they're in a certain radius. But the only way to do that is by downloading an additional mod called TACZ Fire Control Extension. This mod allows you to do just that, but it only works for specifically the smart guns. Any other gun doesn't work. You can't use the smart control bullet firing rate. What am I saying, bro? The point is you can't cheat shooting, okay? You can't cheat the aiming system unless you use these smart guns. But nevertheless, it is pretty cool that they added these. Speaking of smart guns, we have Skippy, who is a pistol that talks. Now, it is in Japanese, I'm assuming.
你好，用户，我为你准备了一份使用数据报告。bum bum b dum bum bum b dum b dum， 遭遇挑衅。
Sorry, I don't know other languages except for Spanish, so no comprendo. But anyways, the point is, this is just a really cool addition to the mod. And I did a little research. Apparently, Skippy is a real gun in Cyberpunk. Again, I've played the game, but just never beat it. I never explored all the way through. I still gotta go through the game again. But if you're a Cyberpunk fan, then this is perfect news for you. Okay, so attachments. We're gonna talk about that for a little bit. And bad news. I repeat, bad news, okay? Unfortunately, there's not a lot of attachments you can really use. It doesn't really, this expansion pack doesn't really add too many. Plus, the attachments that were added are very specific to only select guns. And from my own testing, I couldn't use any of those attachments onto the vanilla-based guns, which is quite a bit of a bummer. Because in the Applied Armor gun pack, you were able to use the attachments from that expansion pack over onto vanilla timeless guns, which was really neat, but I wasn't able to do that for the Cyber Armorer pack. One of my favorite attachments was a sight, and it was called Advantage. It showed a battery life, which was just for show, but the amount of bullets that you had in your gun, which made it kind of handy. Even though you can see it on the bottom right, it made it more special, more unique, and definitely fit the whole futuristic cyber vibe. Last, and of course not least, we have the Mantis blades. These are directly from Cyberpunk, and they look so cool. The animation is clean, the damage is fire, and just the fact that they're in this mod in general is just so cool. There's actually two types of these blades as well, the regular and the max tack Mantis blades. I have no idea what the difference is, but they both have a different color. One is red, one is blue, and they both have attachments as well, one that increases damage and the other that applies wither effect. Very similar to the sword in the Applied Armorer pack, which makes sense because the Applied Armor and Cyber Armorer packs are both made by the same person. Overall, this is a fire expansion pack, and I would recommend it for anybody, really, that likes guns. Doesn't have to be those who are cyberpunk enthusiasts. All the links relating to this video are in the description. Check the pinned comment for a link that will get you 25% off your first month for your very own modded Minecraft server that you can play with friends. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe for more Minecraft content like this.